Locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Focus on our 6. Don't let him get away! Bingo! Yeah! Take off! Oh, on our right!
Yeah, I don't know. I get where they were going with, like, the retro thing with Ace Combat Zero here, but
Enemy locked on target. Fire!
there's such a thing as too retro, you know?
Focus on our 6. Great shot! Back on our left! Jesus, miss! Focus on our 6. Take off! On our left! Up ahead!
It plays like ass, Darkrai. Holy crap. I'm glad you're not making me review this. This is terrible.
Great shot! Don't let the back run!
Oh, man. It plays so bad. I can't put it into words. It's probably a little obvious. It did take me a couple of seconds to actually find it. Hey, Warcraft code, and he's gone. What's funny is the control scheme is near identical, which I suppose makes sense. But yeah, going straight from Ace Combat 5 or 0 to this is awful.
Enemy target located.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, hang on. Whoop, hang on, I wasn't locked on yet, apparently.
Jesus, miss!
Sounds like Castlevania music, Soten specifically.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Great shot! Oh!
Did you notice everything has more health, too?
Stay with him! Great shot! Don't let him get him away!
Yes, the enemy is the bad guys.
Let's return to mission, buddy! Altitude too low! Climb!
Huh. Did you see that? Listen, all I'm saying is that old games suck except when they're good. Yeah, apparently we can't just go kill ourselves on the ground. Thank you, Jay Palmer. Always appreciate the sub. I'll jot that down for various things if you give me a second. Seek and Destroy, Season 1 of 24, and WoW Kata to Legion. Yeah, it's probably just Belka. It's always Belka. It's literally going to be Belka in the next game, too. I mean, I was kind of with the Absolute Radiance fight, but yeah, I'm with you. Speaking of which, you gotta give me a second here. So first, thank you very, very much, Emperor Valerian. I always appreciate it. I will put those towards Suikoden and Tyrcris, Final Fantasy IV Heroes of Light, and the Breath of Fire blog. And thank you, Emperor Valerian. I really do appreciate it. I will jot that down for the Messenger, Pentiment, and Citizen Sleeper. Yeah, the game ran out of budget very suddenly. I actually was looking up... Okay, so let's get rid of this nonsense. I was looking up some of the behind the scenes of this franchise, and it's really interesting. And we'll talk more about it, I think, when it's more relevant, which will be in Ace Combat 7. Because... what the hell? This franchise Did you know they were working on an Ace Combat 8? And I used past tense there because they talked about it 2 years ago. And then there was a very brief bit of news last year, and that's it. That's the full totality of what they've revealed about the potential of an Ace Combat 8. 7 sold pretty well. But then we have to talk about Infinity. Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. So, let's get on with it. Aw. Get some sleep, Darkrai. Do we even have daylight savings time in the States at this point in time? And sadly, that's a real question. Because Congress keeps changing their frickin' mind on the matter. Because they're stupid. Oh, really, J. Poma? Interesting. Great. That's great. Thanks. Thanks, Congress, for not doing your job.
Pass through B7R. It's an awful place, but the fastest shortcut. Maintain current course.
Ah, I was actually going to ask, Bladecheval. Because I realized I could probably have helped you with that. And I realized that, like, way too late to say anything about it. So I was going to mention it this morning.
There's no time to change course. Eliminate enemy forces in the round table and break through it.
Can I just go? Do I have to kill them?
This is Wizard 1. The Demon Lord has entered the net. This is Wizard 5. Roger. Let's begin.
Stay on target.
There's 4 of them. They're approaching from the front.
Oh, time to kill him.
Come on, Ocean Aircraft! Can't you read your IFF? We're allies, not enemies! These aren't friendly craft. They're coup d'etat forces. What are you doing? The war's ended long ago! Whatever their reasons, some pilots from Osea have joined the coup. You don't have time to play around with them. Hurry up and shoot them all down.
Actually, I got 18 minutes. I can take as much time as I want here.
What are you fighting for? This place is no longer a battlefield. The World War is being fought on a small round table in a meeting room. It's a discussion to decide the beginnings of a new era. Clashing greed is the cause of all conflict.
Yeah, I've noticed they really are leaning into this Arthurian thing. I mean, obviously, some of it is really overt. But, the very phrase, "a world without borders," is actually from Arthurian legend. I had to refresh myself on that. To make sure I was right. Yeah, it's from... Oh, gosh, hang on. There's something to pull up now. I think it's actually World Without Boundaries. Yeah, here it is. World Without Boundaries. Blah, 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 blah. The Once and Future King. It's an Arthurian modern work. And the creatures explain to our King Arthur that, you know, the animals do not have boundaries amongst themselves because boundaries are merely imaginary lines on Earth. Blah, 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 blah. That's why he establishes the round table, a table with no corners. Thus, everyone has an equal seat there. So, yeah, no, it's all over the place. Yeah, no, they're describing a variant of anarchism. So they're stupid. Let's see. So this is going towards Dark Cloud, Tactics, Ogre Reborn, and FF14 Dawn Trail. Thank you, Jesse's Mask. Always appreciate you. Yeah, that's why it's the round table. Go figure. Alright, so let's try that again. Let's walk into this prepared this time. Hey, Zektaft.
B7R. It's an awful place, but the fastest shortcut. Maintain current course.
They're really... Oh my god, Eternus. They're really hammering it. Paul. I mean, isn't Ace Combat 7 like the 15th game in the series?
Aircraft detected close to area B7R. There's no time to change course. Eliminate enemy forces in the round table and break through it.
They have different ID signals in Velka.
This is Wizard 1.
Ace Combat 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14... The 15th, excuse me. Ace Combat 7 is Ace Combat 15. My bad.
Target acquired. There's 4 of them.
The Demon Lord has built himself up quite a name. Let's see if he can live up to it.
Come on, Ocean Aircraft. Can't you read your IFF? We're allies, not enemies.
Wow.
These aren't friendly craft. They're
Oh, whatever. I really don't want to fight these people.
What are you doing? The war's ended.
I have no idea, Trihexia.
Whatever their reasons, some pilots from Osea have joined the coup. You don't have time to play around with them. Hurry up and shoot them all down.
Working on it.
What are you fighting for?
This place is no longer a battlefield. The World War is being fought on a small round table in a meeting room.
It's a discussion to decide.
You know what's funny? The AC series is pretty deceptive with which number is which. Just like the AC series, which is pretty deceptive about which number is which. Ironically, the AC series is very indicative of which number is which, but the AC series has a couple of extras, but is pretty close to being indicative as to which number is which. Jesus Christ, a little bit of help here? Holy crap. Okay, then there's the Animal Crossing series. That one's pretty well labeled.
Only 4? That's not right. Stealth fighters are mixed in with them. I can see him well from here. Damn, reconfirming position.
Then the Demon Lord of the Round Table must exit the stage. We will carry out the new creation of destruction through the power of righteousness.
What do you mean?
Territories, peoples, authorities, all will be liberated. This is the new state, a world with no boundaries will create. Neither nations nor nationalities have meaning. We will erase these unnecessary borders. The world will change.
Captain, we can win this.
I don't know if I believe that sentence.
Fire at the cockpit.
Oh, they're trying to kill me now. I see how it is.
If I can just take him down, the victory is ours.
Looks like a trap. He can't see us.
Enemy forces have suffered considerable damage.
Can I leave the battlefield or resupply or anything? Please.
You'll be buried here, Demon Lord.
Just, God, can I get out of this nonsense?
I know you're around here somewhere. Where are you? How many planes in total? I can only find out how many. Is he trying to steer toward a defense line? This sky belongs to Gaul.
Maybe we'll shoot each other down. That would be a good way to go.
I do not like this mission at all. Oh my god. And my ally is not doing anything to help out at all. He's just standing there staring at me gobsmacked. Come on, dude.
Drag him down with me.
Contribute to the fight a little bit, man. Come on.
I'll be hot on your tail until your fuel burns up.
But we don't have fuel in this game.
There's no one on the same level as Gaul 1.
You say that, I'm on the verge of death here. And it is death. They are trying to kill me.
World with no boundaries will pen a new story.
All enemy planes are down. There has been no change in plans. Stay on course to target destination.
Still no save states.
Follow Cypher to the end.
Holy crap. Jesus. Glad I kept the Wyvern.
I never expected their defense network to be so strong. An Allied Forces squadron approaching from a different route should be arriving at the rendezvous point any time now. It seems the coup force isn't playing around. Maintain your present course and rendezvous with the Allied squad.
Actually, no, Dakota. We haven't done it at all. We are currently on track for not putting up the cheat flag. I've been taking save states for, like, safety saves, but that's it. Like that right there. I usually do a little bevy of saves at the actual saves.
I'll transmit the latest data we've received from the Allied forces. According to this, the dam is protected by an intensive anti-aircraft defense network. To
No,
deal with
Judo
this,
Joker.
The Allied squadron will draw anti-aircraft fire to itself in the skies. Meanwhile, GOM Team will join the Allied squad's Avalon Dam strike team and approach the target at low altitude through the canyon. That's the only way we stand a chance at succeeding. If you destroy the V2 launch control facility, you should be able to stop the weapon from being fired. The V2 will probably be equipped with a nuclear warhead. The destruction caused by its single warhead will most likely dwarf the damage inflicted by that tactical nuclear attack before. All the Allied forces will be mobilized for this full-scale operation. It seems this war doesn't want to come to an end. We must stop the V2 launch. Hurry!
What was Wizard Squadron using? I honestly wasn't paying attention. I know it showed. I was not paying attention. I was a little more focused on shooting them.
Pilots, check your plane and prepare for refueling.
I'm good.
GOM Team, keep low to the water on your approach to Avalon. You'll be shot down if you fly high. Get to the enemy fortress. Once you're close, increase altitude and fly over the dam.
This is PJ. If I'm with you, I know I can do it. I'll follow your lead. It's the GOM Team. We've been waiting for you. Follow us. We'll escort you to Avalon.
Oh yeah, and the final base thing is called Avalon.
You've passed the first bridge.
Just to keep that theming going.
Calm down. GOM isn't the only team that can fight. Our guys above are taking the heat. Don't let them down.
Hurry, but keep it cool.
Salvage one. My left wing's hit. Sorry. Service 4 pulling out.
Joker 1's down. 10 planes left.
Joker 4 disengaged. 9 planes left.
You've passed the second bridge.
Damn, a wall.
Joker 3's hit. 8 planes left.
Gizmo 2, hang in there. It won't be long until GOM Team takes out the V2. Domino 2 is down. 7 planes left.
I'm sorry, I was really confused by what I was looking at there. Yeah, I'm right. The SAM thing is right behind the bridge thing. That's actually mean. Jesus Christ.
Check your plane and prepare for...
In other words, you cannot shoot it, but it can shoot you once you pass it.
Shot down if you fly high. Get to the enemy fortress. Once you're close, increase altitude and fly over the dam.
This is PJ. If I'm with you, I know I can do it. I'll follow your lead.
You've passed the first bridge.
Calm down. GOM isn't the only team that can fight. Our guys above are taking the heat. Don't let them down.
Hurry, but keep it cool. You've passed the second bridge.
My left wing's hit. Sorry. Savage 4 pulling out.
Joker 1's down. 10 planes left.
You passed the third bridge.
Gizmo 2, hang in there. It won't be long until GOM Team takes out the V2. Domino 2 is down. 7 planes left.
Joker 2 also went down. 6 planes left.
Damn
beeline the borders has moved to the meeting boardroom. Those lines will give birth to new conflict.
Oh, that's awful.
Our world with no boundaries will become one. For the ideal. For the people. It's time for a perfect world without restrictions or war. B2 will erase the old one.
Take out the launch control devices before barriers close up and cover their facilities.
Where's the...
COM 1 is down.
Way forward. Thank you, Cody. Remember, you could put that towards up to 3 things. No, I managed to glance at the mini-map before I died. It was left. Might pull up that cheat flag for this. We'll see.
Pilots, check your plane and...
COM team, keep low to the water.
But yeah, this is why there is still a mid-mission checkpoints negative.
Fly high. Get to the enemy fortress. Once you're close, increase altitude and fly over the dam.
That's still a bad thing. It's still a negative.
If I'm with you,
Moving
I
on.
know I can do it. I'll follow your lead.
You've passed the first bridge.
Damn, scared for him. Calm down. Y'all isn't the only team that can fight. Our guys above are taking the heat. Don't let them down.
You've passed the second bridge.
My left wing's hit. Sorry. Savage 4 pulling out. Joker 1's down. 10 planes left. Joker 4 disengaged. 9 planes left.
You passed the third bridge.
COM 1, all hell's breaking loose above. Fly as low as possible to your target.
Gizmo 2, hang in there. It won't be long until COM team takes out the V2. Domino 2 is down. 7 planes left. Joker 2 also went down. 6 planes left. Damn, Menace 2's been hit too. 5 planes left. 2 planes are through. Who made it through? COM? All planes, Charlie attack above. COM team will handle the V2. We're gonna stop it no matter what. I never want to see that Baron land again.
V2 is ready for liftoff. Beginning countdown. 7 minutes to V2 launch.
There are 3 launch control devices positioned at the base of the dam. Destroy them all.
The battle to beeline the borders has moved to the meeting boardroom. Those lines will give birth to new conflict. Rising above countries and armies, our world with no boundaries will become one. For the ideal. For the people.
No. I can't see it. I can't see the cave, so I'm flying blind because it's so blurry and brown that I couldn't see the opening. And so when I finally saw where I was going, it was too late. I was already overcompensating.
Pilots, check your plane and prepare for...
COM team.
No, I think it's just brown and blurry in there. This is a PS2 game after all.
If you fly high.
And yeah, call me a weirdo. I actually liked the trench run in 5 and the one in 4. This one, I'm not quite as positive about.
If I'm with you, I know I can do it. I'll follow your lead.
Yeah, Morrowind's a good comparison.
First bridge.
Damn, scared for him. Calm down. Y'all isn't the only team that can fight. Our guys above are taking the heat.
That was the one at 7. We'll get there.
You've passed crossed the second bridge.
My left wing's hit. Sorry. Savage 4 pulling out.
Joker 1's down. 10 planes left.
Joker 4 disengaged. 9 planes left.
You passed the third bridge.
Gizmo 2, hang in there. It won't be long until Gong Team takes out the V2. Domino 2 is down. 7 planes left.
Joker 2 also went down. 6 planes left.
Damn, Minute 2's been hit too. 5 planes left.
2 planes are through. Who made it through? Gong?
All planes, control the attack above. Gong Team will handle the V2.
Gov 1 has crashed.
Alright, whatever. Boop. Cheat flag up. Let's go.
Gong?
You win, game. You win.
We're gonna stop it no matter what. I never want to see that Baron land again.
V2 is ready for liftoff. Beginning countdown. 7 minutes to V2 launch.
Second to last mission when I finally cheat. Ridiculous.
Devices positioned at the base of the dam. Destroy them all.
Battle to reline the borders has moved to the meeting border. Those lines will give birth to new conflicts. Rising above countries and armies, our world with no boundaries will become one. For the
Still don't see it.
for the people,
Still flying a little blind there. I know it's coming, and I still just can't see the damn thing coming.
without restrictions or war. V2 will erase the old one.
Take out the launch control devices before barriers close up and cover their facilities.
This is why I was trying to get at least 2 per run. Ah, god damn it, that freaking corner.
All planes, control the attack above. Gong Team will handle the V2.
Oh, nice, but well, woo, woo, woo. I'm glad you're enjoying it, consequently.
See that Baron land again.
Okay, boop. Boop.
7 minutes to...
Like, I've lost concentration now. I just...
All planes, control the attack above. Gong Team will handle the V2.
We're gonna stop it no matter what. I never want to see that Baron land again.
V2 is ready for liftoff. Beginning countdown. 7 minutes to V2 launch.
There are 3 launch control devices positioned at the base of the dam. Destroy them all.
The battle to reline the borders has moved to the meeting border. Those lines will give birth to new conflicts. Rising above countries and armies, our world with no boundaries will become one. For the ideal. For the people.
Yeah, absolutely, Jay Palmer. I mean, obviously, I think that generally, but I'm also giving it a positive where I didn't in 5, so...
V2
Think of that what you will. I like how their plan is, let's just kill a lot of people so that people don't have boundaries, because, you know, that has any logic whatsoever to it. I mean, I know, they're insane terrorists who are willing to kill billions of people. So, whatever. Excuse me, millions of people, let's not exaggerate. You know, that's just badly lit and very blurry and brown. That is just hard to see. That's all it is.
All main oxygen valves are now open. V2 launch phase 1 is complete. Phase 1 complete. Moving to phase 2.
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
only takes 2. Thank God. I was worried it'd take like 4 or 6 or 8 or whatever.
Locked on.
Make your righteousness known to the world.
Are these people insane?
Yes.
Our facilities have suffered additional damage. We've lost the stabilizer and gyro systems.
The control facility barriers are halfway closed. Move it, comm team. Missile launched. All V2 control facilities have been destroyed.
Okay.
We did it! We stopped the V2 launch! We're gonna be branded as heroes!
We're confirming the situation. Cypher, PJ, stand by.
Now the war's finally over. I got a girlfriend back at the base. I'm gonna propose to her when I get back.
Oh, he's dead.
Flowers.
He's dead.
Unknown target approaching at high speed.
Break! Break! Ah! Dang it!
Cool.
So, have you found a reason to fight yet?
Who are you? That was cheap. Completely blood. That was just really.
Confirmed reactivation of nuclear silo. Comm team, continue your mission. Engage. Stand by. We're analyzing the situation.
Here comes the snow.
So why did you just kill PJ?
I'll run a plane analysis and fill you in ASAP.
Just wondering.
Those who survive a long time on the battlefield start to think they're invincible. I bet you do too, buddy.
I mean, I do have save states. Jackass.
Phase 1 analysis complete. Transmission from enemy craft detected. He's controlling the V2 launch.
Can you see any borders from here? What is borders giving us?
What?
We're going to start over from scratch. That's what V2 is for.
By murdering millions of people? Sure, yeah, whatever. You know what really irritates me is you spoiled for me, or perhaps I just didn't notice before, that this guy is one of the dudes from the interviews, which means he survives this encounter, which honestly kind of pisses me off.
There's only one way, buddy. You've got to fight for what you believe in. There's no mercy in war. People live and people die. That's all there is to it. You fired up. Come shoot me down.
Well, I'm trying, but you keep making it difficult for some reason. I mean, honestly, if he just laid down his arms and sat there and let me shoot him in the face, I'd be okay with that. Just, yep, I surrender. And he's dead. Yeah, he has a lot of HP. I can't even tell how much HP he has, because there's no HP indicator this time around. He's also cheating if you've been paying attention.
Confirm launch of V2.
Too bad, buddy. This twisted game needs to be reset. We'll start over from zero with this V2. Trust the future to the next generation.
This is AWACS. What's up, Call 1? We completed analysis of the enemy craft. Codenamed Morgan. This plane is protected by an ECM defense system. Its only weak point is in the front air intake. You'll have to attack it head on. Go, take down Morgan. You're the only one who can stop him. Demon Lord of the Round Table, I pray for your success.
Wouldn't that be going after the missile that just launched?
You and I are opposite sides of the same coin.
GOM 1, go for his front air intake.
Yeah.
When we face each other, we can finally see our true selves. There'll be a resemblance, but we never face the same direction.
GOM 1 is going down.
So anyways, that was the game. Alright, so, let's go ahead and move on. Let's see, where's my records? Oh, here, I'll at least give you some music to listen to. Let's see where it restarts me, out of curiosity.
Confirmed reactivation of nuclear silo. GOM team, continue your mission. Engage.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Stand by. We're analyzing the situation.
Here comes the snow.
Shoot down the enemy. I'll run a plane analysis and fill you in ASAP.
Those who survive a long time on the battlefield start to think they're invincible. I bet you do too, buddy.
Everything he's talking about right now, the entire way the game is portraying him, I don't even understand the question, to be honest with you. Here's our noble rival character we must fight and under all circumstances because blah, 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 blah. It's the same goddamn thing fiction likes to pull all the time. And I'm sick of it. He's a dumb character and he needs to be shot in his dumb, stupid face. The end. Sorry.
Maybe a resemblance, but we never face the same direction.
I am not impressed with this outro at all. It's weird because I've enjoyed pretty much the entire game up until these last 2 missions. But, well, that is the norm. Am I seriously gonna have to gun this guy down? Is that where we are? Is that what this is? Okay. Please explain to me why anybody likes this jackass. And I don't want to sound insulting towards other people's preferences. So, let me be clear that I'm asking sincerely. What is there that is likable about this asshole? If you like the fight, that's different. I don't, admittedly, but, you know. People do like the edge, that is a true statement. But if that was true, they'd like Nagase. Oh, wait.
Gom 1 is going down.
The only one who can stop him.
You and I are opposite sides of the same coin.
Gom 1, go for his front air intake.
When we face each other, we can finally see our true selves. Maybe a resemblance,
Jackass.
but we never face the same direction.
Hey, Preka. Hello, Baron. You know, I was really looking forward to playing this today, too. That's the funny part. I guess that's my fault for actually enjoying the game. Mea culpa. Could you stop? Oh my god. Thank you, Preka, for the sub. If you know what 3 things you want to put that towards, please let me know. And thank you, Nameless Baron. If you know what 3 things you want to put that towards, please let me know. I actually lost him. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. You're dumb.
B2 re-entry in 4 minutes.
Oh yeah, how is killing him going to fix this situation? And before you say he's controlling the rocket, Please explain to me how he's controlling the rocket while piloting. I don't like jousting in these games. That should be pretty obvious if you've watched me play these games at all. I'm good at maneuvering. I'm good at getting behind the enemy. I'm good at being able to do the spiral. There's a specific way that you could try to, like, narrow it so you're shooting just a little bit ahead of where your enemy is curving so you can get them. And I'm good at that. I enjoy that. I don't enjoy going head-on with somebody who's going to... I need to shoot head-on, probably with guns. Because missiles are not doing anything at all.
In 3 minutes.
Looks like we proved the still got what it takes.
Go to hell. I have Ect, and you'll notice that hasn't worked at all yet because of his frickin' bounce thing. Like, if he was another plane, I would have already hit him several times now. Instead, I've hit him 0 times because I'm doing something wrong somewhere. I may either look this up or YouTube this or call this an incomplete game because this is a waste of my goddamn time. Look at that. He's just like, no. No. Not going fast enough. Jesus Christ. Okay. Sure. Wow, he's catching me. Nope, he's actually facing away from me right now. Okay, so anyways, thank you, Baron. Let me go ahead and jot that down. For Pokemon Violet, Pokemon Arceus, and the Kirby block. Alright, one more try. Only one. And then I'm going to count this as an incomplete game, because I don't care.
You and I are opposite sides of the same coin.
The only one who can stop him.
Actually, I just had a thought.
You and I are opposite sides
Yeah, he's even lazy about getting away from it because he knows he doesn't have to. Because he's invincible.
B2 re-entry in 5 minutes.
Try again from head on.
Okay.
Now we find out who's number one.
B2 re-entry in 4 minutes.
Still has too much health.
GOM 1 is going down. Entry in 4 minutes. GOM 1 is going down.
You and I are opposite sides of the same coin. You and I are opposite
I don't care.
GOM 1.
You and I are opposite sides of the same coin.
Can't hit him with two.
You and I are opposite sides of the same coin.
There we go. There's two.
GOM 1, go for his front ear intake.
When we face each other, we can finally see our true selves. There may be a resemblance, but we never face the same direction.
Blah, blah, blah. You're evil. Moving on. Fuck off. God damn it. God, that pissed me off.
Mission accomplished, Cypher. Come on, let's go back home. We want to keep anyone waiting for you.
So this is the hidden truth about the war. And this is where his trail ends as well. The impact of the 7 nuclear detonations on the world's psyche was great. Those who witnessed the carnage went on to organize a global arms reduction. Perhaps they were admonishing themselves.
Ah.
Furthermore, the existence of V2 was concealed. The events that occurred after the war faded from people's memories, and these men were also sealed away from history. Maybe this was one path to achieve peace. And here the curtain falls on this story. However, that does not mean their own stories came to an end.
War is something fought on the desk of politicians. As long as they win in the end, that's all that matters. But for us, it's a matter of survival. In order to survive, you need to analyze the situation in an instant. It's the same as living in a city. The rules of this little city apply just as well to that wide open sky. That guy had the same feel about him as this city.
I bailed out and landed here. The captain was gone. I've lived a comfortable life since then, and I probably have him to thank for that. They ring the bells here at dusk to honor the liberation of the capital. It signals peace, but to me, they are the sounds of death.
Hatred cannot be the only motivation for war. It only brings about more pointless deaths. I lost most of my students. They were all my children, my flesh and blood. I will never overcome that grief. I'll probably never teach anyone again, nor will I ever go up in the sky again. I have entrusted everything I know to a new generation. I'll just look on from here.
Marcela Vasquez, the Espada Team's #2 and former member of the Sapan Air Force, 9th Air and Land Division, 11th Tactical Fighter Squadron. She is thought to be a survivor of the Coup d'etat squadron. She currently earns a living as a dancer.
If the Demon Lord hadn't appeared, our lives might have been different.
Yeah, millions of people would have been bombed by a giant superweapon, you goddamn bitch.
Most of all, it was about him, my flight lead. Our mission was to escort the heavy command cruiser that was to act as transportation for the organization. And the Demon Lord appeared, as if to block our path. I will never forget his overwhelming power. One by one, my comrades were shot down, and then the mother bird we were supposed to protect.
Like, I'm sorry. The game keeps framing these people as if they're not horrific goddamn monsters.
We left our organization and returned to the ground to...
They even get happy ending. Like, this is a downer ending. You realize that, right? This is Hitler goes on to become a painter. That's what this is.
He was one of them. And so he left, even though his wounds had yet to heal. And he died there, never to return to me.
You know what? Heimlich. I agree. Heimlich went on to become a painter and enjoy the rest of his life.
The regret and suffering that remained after that battle were also what he had given me. They're among the precious few things he left behind.
And I was going to say, several people have already mentioned, realistic, but I mean, it doesn't change the story.
Former captain of the Oceanair Defense Force, 8th Air Division, 32nd Tactical Fighter Squadron. His actions during the Balkan War are surrounded in mystery, and he is rumored to be one of the founders of a world with no boundaries. His whereabouts were unknown after the decisive Battle of Valdreich. But several years later, he resurfaced as a leader of a terrorist organization.
Lorshok!
Today, he is serving time in prison.
This darkness and that little window are my entire world now. I'm actually rather fond of it. The darkness envelops me in a borderless world.
Oh my god.
A world with no boundaries. He was not the reason we were unable to change the world. No matter what the desired outcome is, the world can still change, as long as people expand their knowledge and desire change.
At least one of them actually had some kind of consequences, but god dang.
Has already changed from what it was back then.
Delarus.
Larry Fink, also known as Solo Wing.
Yeah.
GALM Team's number 2, and member of the Ustio Air Force, 6th Air Division, 66th Air Force Unit. That's right. This man was his buddy, and his enemy.
I should have died that day.
Yes!
But I didn't. I dragged my wounded body and reached ground zero of the nuclear detonations. A barren, empty land. I felt an unbearable sadness when I witnessed that landscape. There were still people living there. They were the ones that saved me. It may be true that the world has no need of borders, but would getting rid of them really change anything? The world won't change for the better unless we trust people. Trust is vital in a peaceful world, but that will never happen. I'm still on the battlefield. Right now I'm near a border. I want to see for myself what borders really mean, and what their volition really is. I may not find what I'm looking for, but I still want to try. Anyway, that's what I've come to believe, and I think that's enough. Will he see this video? If you do meet him, give him a message for me.
Oh, sorry.
Yo, buddy. Still alive? And thanks, friend. See you again.
The Demon Lord of the Round Table. A warrior who soared through the Balkan War, inspiring both fear and admiration. His presence filled the skies for but a few short months before he disappeared. Apart from that, nothing is known about him.
Yeah, because he was the PC. He just vanished.
But whenever they talked about him, they always had a slight smile on their faces. That, perhaps, may be my answer.
So anyways, alright. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, man, Lore, you suck. And you're right. I do suck. And so does that ending. It takes one to know one. What was that crap? I actually have seen a border twice. Mexico and Canada. Yes, we must torch all borders in nuclear fire. It's the only way. And then we're gonna go and, you know, become a random infantryman and right. Yeah, I know, Jay Palmer. It's just, what? Just, I'm so confused. No, I'm sure that was like a mistranslation or something. Well, because yeah, I got to Ground Zero and there were people living there. Yeah, they had 3 arms. It was great. It was great. They kept calling me Smooth Skin. I don't get that. No, I could see Pixie working. I just don't see him working, if that makes sense. Yeah, you know what? I agree. How many of you played Fallout New Vegas? No spoilers, but Pixie feels very much like Ulysses from New Vegas. Like, a lot. Think about it. Really think about it. Credit to Baron for that one. How would I fix Pixie's character? More character would work. Actually, yeah, Dakota, I did. The controls being the tight stuff from 5 and the warnings being better kind of helped. Like, I kept being like, whoosh. But anyways. Yeah, you can see it, right? You can see it. I am your secret rival, and I've been... The difference... So, okay, I don't like Ulysses, to be very clear, from New Vegas. But at least Ulysses had build-up across, like, the rest of the DLCs. So there was always this other courier that they were working on in the background. So there was something before we got to the fact that he's a negative to story. And trust me, Ulysses will be a negative to story. Yeah, he was in the vanilla game, too. Yeah, the problem is Pixie had so little screen presence, so that's my easiest answer for fixing Pixie's character. More of him. More presence, more presentation. I mean, hell's bells. You could actually have Princess Peach sections where you play as Pixie, being a horrifically evil person. Over on the side, and being like, "Whoa, dead puppies, rocka, rocka, rocka." And that might have actually helped to stretch him out into more of a character. So I can't actually argue against you right now, Loke, because while I could, this is not the time or the place for that. So do me a favor, be there for the New Vegas run, and then we will battle to the death over Ulysses. Because I would actually love to hear why you like Ulysses as a character, because I almost never hear anybody liking Ulysses, including myself, obviously. But I'd love to hear your perspective on it. It's just, now's not a great time to do it, you know? So I haven't closed the guessing game yet, and that's because we're not done yet. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Leitcheval. Now, I'm not going to do every side thing, but we are going to do at least a couple of side things. So there's our New Game Plus, and there's our free mission. While we're here, I'm kind of curious of something. Interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Let's just do this. We're going to crank it down for this to speed this up. No, J. Palmer. Achievements like that are almost never even something I consider into the equation. Oh, okay. I see what I'm looking at. Hang on. I wrote this down. 8, 8, 8, 8. And 4 looks like. So 4, 8, and there should be a third one. Yep, there it is. 14. Do I think Pixie is cool? No. I really don't get why he's a fan favorite. No offense intended to anybody who likes him, because it's never my approach there, but I don't think he's much of a character at all. Like, there's just not much there. There's not much meat on the bone, as I like to say. He didn't have a lot of presence in the game. He showed up effectively for 2 missions, really. The one where he betrays you and the final mission. And other than that, he just kind of was there. So let's do the next few missions. Actually, hang on. I do like the live action stuff. So, okay, just for you, Jay Palmer. So that's a good question. Can you name another rival character, Simple Gamer, to help me out here? Why is data locked? Why is data locked? Why can't I select the other missions? Okay, so we're done with the review. All right, so let me close down the guessing game. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing all the way through the entire campaign 2 more times. That's not happening. How? Act? Yellow 13 was alright. I admit I don't care for him personally, but he didn't piss me off quite as much as mass genocidal jackass like Pixie there. Because, let's be clear, he was a mass genocidal jackass. Let's not brush over that. Let's not ignore that. This asshole was trying to murder millions of people. Let's acknowledge that, okay? Pixie. Pixie was that. Hang on. Chrono Trigger's a bit different for that. Hamilton. Hamilton felt a lot like Pixie. In other words, I barely noticed that he was there. In fact, when the big reveal was like, he was one of the Greymen, if you remember, my first reaction was, who? And Mihaly? Who's Mihaly? Help me out here. Of course, it's 16:9. It's always 16:9. Hang on. Oh, and 7. Ask me again in a couple hours, because I don't remember who that is off the top. So anyways, boom! Oh, excuse me, look. He was a mass murdering psychopath. This is just the intro to the game. I guess technically it's our intro. fact. I do too, Luke, absolutely. Frickin' wizard. Here's a peek into my view history. Don't worry, I'm not ashamed of any of that. Okay, here we go. So hang on one second. Boop, let's pop over here for a moment. Right, I actually meant to... Just sitting here. I do agree that the idea of the variable boss fights is actually cool. The aces, and deserves its own positive. I'm putting it under all roads lead to Rome because that's kind of where it fits. You branch a little bit and then you go back, right? And I'm with that. I don't think I'm going to give a plus to the Zero theme. I'm sorry. So, Moistenary.
Rot Team Commander, former member of the Belkan Air Force, 2nd Air Division, 52nd Tactical Fighter Squadron, Detlef Fleischer, also known as the Red Swallow. With his skill and demeanor, he was practically a poster boy for the armed forces. Today, he is a professor of history at the University of Dinsmark.
Back then, I was bursting with pride. I wanted to lead us to victory, for Belka's honor. Staying where it was nice and warm wouldn't accomplish anything. My flight's mission was to maintain air superiority in Area B7R, an essential area that we couldn't allow to be violated. That day, when I heard the order from HQ for reinforcements, I became angry. The station force was in chaos because of just 2 mercenaries. There was no way the mighty Belkan Air Force could lose to mere mercenaries. My pride was shot, and the round table was defiled. What went wrong? Whatever it may be, the fact remains I was forced to walk a different path in life than the one I had envisioned.
Yep. Okay, so that was Moik. Let's go down to here. I'm gonna do Moik again.
Gelb Team is number 2, former member of the Belkan Air Force. 5th Air Division, 23rd Tactical Fighter Squadron. Rainer Altman. He flew the skies of Directus during the capital's liberation.
You know what? Hang on one second.
Still there to this day.
Hang on. Sorry, I'm splitting browsers so I can get some work done while these are playing. There we go. Thank you, Kamek. As always. And I will jot that down towards Cyberpunk, DLC, Alan Wake, Block, and Starfield.
I met him above this very sky. I can still hear the sound of the missile alerts from that day. I received an order to fly to Directus on my
Have we already talked to this guy?
intercept mission on the southern defense line. The order itself wasn't unusual. We kept being deployed from one mission to the next without receiving even the basic maintenance. But the situation was the same all around.
Yeah, hang on. So it's 6th Night. Oh, it's him no matter what. Okay, never mind. We're okay.
We were late reaching the operational space. The station squadrons had already retreated, and warning bells were going off in the city. And the people were looking up to his plane, high above the sky. He pursued me relentlessly. As soon as I thought I'd shook him off, there he was again. The never-ending sound of the missile alerts put fear in my heart for the first time.
Okay, so now we move down to this one.
This man was head of the command group and was known as the Vulture. Schwartz Team Commander, Dominik Zubov, former member of the Belkan Air Force, 13th Night Fighter Air Division, 6th Tactical Fighter Squadron. He fled after the final battle in order to avoid prosecution for various war crimes.
Yeah.
He is still on the run and being hunted as an escaped killer.
Sorry about the accommodations. Goes with the business. I'm not active during the day. Back then, I was a shadow assassin, an escapee killer. Given the order, I'd even shoot down my own comrades. I received an order to take down deserting craft on that day. It was a typical assignment. But something unexpected happened. My target was no new recruit, but a top ace of the Belkan Air Force.
And he just had to go and run straight into the chaos at the round table.
The man was sharp, just like the rumors. But that wasn't the problem. The problem was that the mercenary team of Solo Wing and him were there.
Thanks to them, I lost my target. I figured the least I could do was take them down in return. Of course, that was where my luck ran out.
That makes sense. Yeah, Pops. Yep.
Every time I flew with him, his skill stood out. He was unstoppable. It didn't matter where the battlefield was. The man had complete trust in his own powers. He was born for battle. A demon lord who struck down all opposition. He paid no heed to the troubles of those who flew.
I am deliberately skipping Soldier Act.
Before long, everyone had taken notice of him. More and more would show up to watch him go off on sortie. Mercenaries or maintenance crew, it didn't matter. People wanted to burn his image to their memories.
Really, Act? We're doing mercenaries, and then we're going to do soldiers.
Hell, they weren't the only ones.
Like, that's what we did all the knights, now we're doing all the mercenaries, and then we'll do all the soldiers. Speaking of which.
A nation is comprised of the individuals who live in its borders. It can only become a nation when it is supported by those individuals. But mercenaries who cross lines in allegiance for money have no country to protect. They only fight for their own power and fame. But if that was the case, then why did I lose to him? Maybe not having the burden of a nation allows you to fly faster.
Up.
Is the man still alive? Though I guess it's hard for bad guys like us to die. The real heroes always manage to die first.
Or PJ.
Guys like him, Solo Wing, and me, we live the rest of our lives in hell. But then again, being alive is proof that we were good.
Sure.
Marcela Vasquez, the Espada Team's number 2, and former member of the Sapan Air Force, 9th Air and Land Division, 11th Tactical Fighter Squadron. She is thought to be a survivor of the Coup d'etat squadron. She currently earns a living as a dancer.
If the Demon Lord hadn't appeared, our lives might have been different. For me, it wasn't about flying or ideals. Most of all, it was about him, my flight lead. Our mission was to escort the heavy command cruiser that was to act as transportation for the organization. And the Demon Lord appeared, as if to block our path. I will never forget his overwhelming power.
So far, this is identical to tonight.
My comrades were shot down, and then the mother bird we were supposed to protect. I returned alive from that battlefield, and I returned to this city where I grew up. I left the organization, too. I never went back to the sky again. There's no meaning there now that he's gone. He died in that fight.
Oh, well, okay.
But I don't blame anyone. The regret and suffering that remained after that battle were also what he had given me. They're among the precious few things he left behind.
Sure.
Anthony Palmer, former lieutenant of the Ocean Air Defense Force, 8th Air Division, 32nd Tactical Fighter Squadron. He's been missing for some time, along with Captain Bristow of the same unit, since the decisive Battle of Valdrike. Captain Bristow is rumored to be one of the founding members of A World with No Boundaries. Palmer's ties to the captain have led many to believe that he is a high-ranked individual within the group. He currently works for an insurance company based in Aurid, the capital city of Osea.
Demon Lord was right. Everything he touched fell apart. I thought I was watching magic. When I was in the military, they called me an ace too. I got medals for my actions on numerous battlefields. I never felt fear toward an opponent. The same went for my ideals. I wasn't afraid to take on even an entire country. But when I was fighting him, something felt different. At first, I didn't know what it was. It wasn't until I noticed my hands shaking on the flight stick that I realized. It was fear. It's embarrassing, but once I felt that, I couldn't fly anymore. I felt guilt toward my companions at the time. There's always a war somewhere, and I'm sure he's on some battlefield somewhere fighting even now. He'll always have a place to live.
Yep. Okay, so that was all the mercenary stuff. So, soldier time. From what I understand, you have to work at it to get soldier, too.
A man with the eyes of an owl. Groom Team Commander. Former member of the Belkan Air Force. 10th Air Division. 8th Tactical Fighter Squadron. Fighting with distinguished service on the battlefield, he earned the title of Ace with his uncanny ability to adapt quickly to the flow of battle.
I had a bad feeling while I was flying towards the round table. Why were they having problems down in 2 mercenaries? I figured it was just temporary chaos and it'd be over by the time I got there. Pilots of the Belkan Air Force are true professionals, but when I saw the situation, I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought maybe my IFF was malfunctioning. There were still 2 enemies on the radar.
I did get this, so hang on. Yeah, sorry. We accidentally got soldier once. I remember that. My bad.
Indigo Team Commander. Former member of the Belkan Air Force. 7th Air Division. 51st Tactical Fighter Squadron. Dmitri Heinrich. An ace whose precision and grace in flying earned him the title of Blue Heron. Today he has his hands full with the family business.
Well, that day, right before I deployed, my airspace assignment was changed. Initially, my squadron was assigned to the stable Eastern Front. That was changed to Area B7R, the round table where casualties were recorded at a fearsome pace. It's also the place where I met him. It was just 2 planes, him and an Eagle. And yet our lead force didn't stand a chance against them. I could tell he was good, and it was going to be bad for us. But there was something else I noticed. He hesitated. A vulnerability that can be exploited. I was certain I would win. The pilot was still young. He had yet to master the rules of combat. But in the end, I was shot down.
Okay, so now, soldier. Back to soldier.
Gelb Team is number 2. Former member of the Belkan Air Force. 5th Air Division. 23rd Tactical Fighter Squadron. Rainer Altman. And he flew the skies of Directus during the capital's liberation. And he's still there to this day.
I met him above this very sky. I can still hear the sound of the missile alerts from that day.
As I say, this is apparently just the same damn thing, so whatever, moving on. Moving on.
Schnee Team Commander, former member of the Belkan Air Force, 22nd Air Division, 4th Tactical Fighter Squadron. Eric Hillenbrand. He never had great ambitions. All he ever hoped for was to make a living as a regular pilot. Today he works as a flight instructor for civilian pilots.
The instant he shot me, I pulled the lever. I barely managed to escape from my plane as it burst into flames. After drifting from the blast, I landed below the Round Table. It was a wide-open, barren wasteland. How long would I have to wait for a rescue party? Radio interference within the Round Table was fierce. The odds of a distress signal actually reaching anyone was low. I was at a loss for what to do. Anyway, I'd really gone out with a bang this time. I took that as a sign it was time for me to retire. But just then, I heard a roaring overhead. It was his plane. I was jealous of his calm flying form. Rather than wait for the rescue team, I began to walk toward the nearest base. I was driven by desire to get back up there and fight him again. Of course, it did take me 3 days to get there.
Every time I flew with him, his skill stood out. He was unstoppable. He would ascertain the situation in an instant and change the tide of battle. He was born for combat. It was no wonder they called him a demon lord. That said, it was hell trying to keep up with him. Before long, everyone had taken notice of him. More and more would show up to watch him go off on sortie. Mercenaries or maintenance crew, it didn't matter. People wanted to burn his image to their memories. Hell, they weren't the only ones.
War is something fought on the desk of politicians. As long as they win in the end, that's all that matters. But for us, it's a matter of survival. In order to survive, you need to analyze the situation in an instant.
Yeah, we already saw this.
Same as living in a city.
Is this the new one? Hang on. There we go.
I fly under the code of knighthood. It's no surprise, since we soldiers are the descendants of the Belkan Knights. We protect the meek and give our lives for honor. But that does not mean that we are generous, since generosity will cost us our lives. If the pilot survived to the end of the war, he must have carried out these rules.
Right.
When a fighter plane goes down, that's the end. It disintegrates into pieces. Incinerated beyond recognition. It's a scary thought. But it also makes you feel alive. I left the military, but I still fly that sky. But, it's pretty lonely up there all by myself. I'd love to fly with him again someday.
Sadly, he never will. The end. Dancer lady again.
Marcela Vasquez, the Espada Team's number 2, and former member of the Sapan Air Force, 9th Air and Land Division, 11th Tactical Fighter Squadron. She is thought to be a survivor of the Coup d'etat squadron. She currently earns a living as a dancer.
If the Demon Lord hadn't appeared, our lives might have been different. For me, it wasn't about flying or ideals. Most of all, it was about him, my flight lead. Our mission was to escort the heavy command cruiser that was to act as transportation for the organization. And the Demon Lord appeared, as if to block our path. I will never forget his overwhelming power. One by one, my comrades were shot down, and then the mother bird we were supposed to protect. We survived after the fight. We left our organization and returned to the ground together. But he was heavily wounded. He soon passed away, leaving me behind.
Sorry.
In peace and quiet.
So Soldier's the best ending for her.
Don't blame anyone.
Go figure.
The regret and suffering that remained after that battle were also what he had given me.
The shame she's a mass murdering psychopath.
He left behind.
Anton Konchenko, thought to be head director of A World with No Boundaries, former member of the Belkan Air Force, 18th Air Division, 5th Tactical Fighter Squadron. In his glory days, he was a Belkan ace, and later became head of their Department of Weapons Development and Technology. But the military sent him back out on the front lines as a commander. In March of 1995, he suddenly disappeared along with his platoon and was never accounted for after that. The Belkan Air Force announced that he died in combat. Several months after that, his corpse was found close to the Belkan border.
Found.
The whole story is still shrouded in mystery.
The gate to a new world has been opened. Yeah. My soul shall be the wind that enters that gate. I am evil. When the sleeping king awakes, I will continue to be evil. For peace! My body too shall surely rise in pieces. For the greater no borders. I think that's all of them. Looks like all of them. The New World is actually the Chaos Dimension from Warhammer. Which is my favorite interview? I feel like the jackass who was chasing Pop was my favorite of those. Either that or Air Controller Guy. You shouldn't take the game too literally. Why not? Okay, so now that we're taking the game extremely literally, all these events actually happen in real life. That'd be horrible. 1 second. Let me do a little bit of wrap up super quick here. $10, $15. Okay. So it is, yep, okay. 1,000 negatives for peace. So I've actually already finished the review and the audit and the everything off camera. Ace Combat 4 got +5 to story. Ace Combat 5 got +3 to story. Ace Combat 0 got +10 to story. And that about tracks. Much higher density, by over double, and good ratio of 85%. Gameplay-wise, Ace Combat 4 got 13. Ace Combat 5 got 18. Ace Combat 0 got 24. Once again, that tracks. Higher density of almost double. And again, superior ratio. So better story, better density, better story density, better story ratio. Better gameplay density, better gameplay ratio. You know where this is going. If I could get a drum roll, please. Ace Combat 4 got a 52 in the golden number. Ace Combat 5 got a 55 in the golden number, and Ace Combat 0 got 105.56. Pretty much stomping the previous two. Which, my issues with the ending aside, which I did have and I do stand by, that's pretty damn good. And that does track. This is the first Ace Combat game that I gave a replayability positive to, consequently. And as the first Ace Combat game I could actually see myself replaying someday just for fun. I would just quit before the damn. The winner is Pancakes. No, it's actually not. Looks like Pancakes didn't actually guess. That's why. That's why Pancakes didn't win. If he'd guessed, he would have mattered. But no, instead it's Judo Joker. Judo Joker gets it, which is going towards mercenaries. I forget what the whole thing is. Mercenaries. Something of destruction. Something. And yeah, no kidding. Like I said, it's actually normal. I know other people like the ending of this game, and that's cool. You know, no negatives intended. But it's actually the norm. It is completely bog standard normal for most games to be good until a certain point in the game, usually the outro. And at that point, you just put the game down because it starts to suck, right? I can name, honestly, probably hundreds of games where that applies to. But that does need to be noted, and that is part of the review. Okay. I'm going to go do paperwork, get this all lined up and set up, and then we're going to start up Ace Combat 7, which should be interesting. So, see y'all in a bit.